I hope that didn't catch on.
Anything you want to do before we start? Welcome to the 5th ever episode of the Passport Chronicles podcast. I'm here with
Christian Lasap.
Okay,
and
this is a very special episode. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. When I first thought about making a podcast, I was like, There were two guests in mind. One was Christian, and the other one was Big Red. Check out the episode Big Red if you haven't seen it. And now on to the episode. We've both been to the Philippines, by the way. So much to talk about. So, Christian, when I say the word Philippines, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
First thing that comes to mind, oh man. What comes to mind is just like everything. Whether that's the food, whether that's the people, whether that's thinking about my grandparents, or just my whole life, that's been who I am. I'm the Filipino guy.
Yeah, I definitely feel that because when I think about Philippines, the first thing that comes to my mind is just a life-changing experience. I don't know or care who you are. If you haven't been to the Philippines for the first time, I can almost guarantee it will change your life. I've been to 12 countries now, and the Philippines is the one that changed my life by far the most.
Yeah, no, it could definitely do that. And the people there are like nothing I've ever seen or witnessed anywhere that I've gone.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just in their resiliency, due to their circumstances, due to how kind they are. I mean, one of my favorite things about the Philippines just has to be how nice and generous the people are. People will give you whatever they have, even when they have next to nothing themselves, which is just incredible. The generosity there is really amazing.
Yeah, I think it's like a infinite food glitch. Anytime you go to your auntie's house, like you show up and they're feeding you right off the gate.
Bro, that is so true. And it's crazy because like they'll know you just ate a lot, but they'll still keep giving you food.
Yeah, and if you say no, they're going to ask you if you don't like their cooking, so you better eat.
That's right, yeah. Take the advice from me. Here's what I did, where it's like, just say, I want just a little bit.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, and that's the way to get out of like, because they'll put heaps on your plate. So like that's your way out of it, where it's like, if you're gonna go somewhere, just say just a little bit, or you try and like get it yourself, and that's the way, because like I remember like I would get absolutely stuffed. We'd go from place to place to place, and everyone is like hello, and then first thing is here's some food.
I remember staying at my grandparents' place, and we probably have around like 5 to 6 meals a day. You got breakfast, you got the whole in the morning, which is like this
soft tofu, and they'll have like either ube or in Baguio strawberry.
Yep, or different kinds of like different syrups too. And then you also have, maybe there's 7. There's breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, the in-between snacks called merienda.
Even I didn't know about that. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. My grandma was on it. She said, "Oh, you're eating." That's why I got so chunky, bro.
And then when you're an adult, it's all about the palutan, where it's like you get the red horse, you get the food with it, and be careful about the red horse. The red horse hits.
Oh, every time.
Like it's so strong. It's what, 7 or 8%.
Yeah.
And it tastes so good, and like they give it to you in like 1 or 2 liters bottles.
Oh yeah.
And so it was just easy down. Like first time I drank red horse, I drank like 3 or 4 because they just kept giving them to me, and I kept downing them, and I like blacked out.
Yeah, no, the Red Horse, it goes down easy too. Like it's a smooth beer.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best beers I've ever had. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, it felt so natural. Maybe it's because I don't know, I'm Filipino.
All right, so back to Filipino food. What is your favorite Filipino food?
Oh, that definitely depends. You have the classics like sinigang or like adobo, but my favorite was probably caldereta or apritada.
Okay, tell me about apritada. I haven't had that one.
Apritada, so it's a slow simmered stew as well. Yeah, it's super, super good. I believe it's a tomato base, if I'm correct. I think the meat that was in apritada I had was beef, or it might have been pork. One or the other.
Okay.
But it was absolutely delicious.
My favorites are kare-kare, which is like a peanut butter stew.
Yeah.
And then, of course, silog. That's the only Filipino dish I love so much. I'm not a chef, but I actually learned how to make silog.
Yeah.
My silog's not as good as it used to be, but I mean, whenever I have leftover rice, it's like my go-to, and it's so good. And silog is basically like a garlic fried rice.
Yeah.
And there's all different things. There's long silog, which is my favorite with longanisa. It's like sausage.
Yeah.
Top silog. There's toe silog.
Yeah.
And then there's just like
Top
fried
silog.
rice with the egg. The accent.
Dude, you gotta throw the accent in there. It makes it more authentic.
Top silog.
Top silog.
Is that? How was that?
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay, better than yesterday.
We stayed on brand yesterday. We went to karaoke.
Yeah. And I'm impressed. He's a good singer, for sure, for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Maybe you can sing us an outro later on.
I don't know about that one.
But speaking of music in the Philippines, what surprised me is that, like, what is so unique about Filipino music is wherever I was in the Philippines, they played, like, they had this radio station which was love songs from the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's so specific where it's like, I don't know why, but in the Philippines, they really love the 80s.
Oh, dude, 80s music is just different.
Yeah.
I even catch myself now, maybe it's in my Filipino blood or something, but I even catch myself now, like, I'll go on Spotify and I'll just look up 80s, like, slow jams, and it's a vibe.
Okay. What part of the Philippines are you from?
So my folks are from Alabang and then Pasay, which are both in Manila.
Okay.
But I'm half Ilocano, half Tagalog. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting about the Philippines is that every single province has its own language.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Ilocano. I've been there, and they speak their own language called Ilocano.
Yeah.
But like the national language is Tagalog, and then most people speak English, and then like a provincial language. And so my joke used to be is like you speak 3 languages, but only one's useful.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy because they all sound really different.
They do.
And then there's like even bigger regions because most population lives in Luzon in the north, but then there's Visayas in the middle where Cebu is, then there's Davao in the south. And so it's like, if you live in like Visayas, you'll speak Visayan and some provincial language, probably Tagalog too, and probably English. And so it does get pretty crazy.
Dude, on the topic of languages,
Yeah.
Was there a specific language that you thought like sounded the best, or just?
I mean, when I was there, they tried to speak English with me, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
And what I think is interesting is that most Filipinos, their English is good, but they're just not confident speaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I notice that all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes with my uncles though,
Mhm.
like they do have a thick Filipino accent.
And I think that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes when they try to speak English, even though I know how to speak Tagalog and I can
Yeah.
understand,
Mhm.
they try to speak English, but they end up sounding like Elvis. Like, so Christian. And you can still like hear the Filipino accent behind it.
Yeah.
But it was so it's so awesome getting to like hear them like try and work towards like learning how to speak English.
Yeah.
But just noticing their Filipino accent
Mhm.
in between like the English words, it was just cool.
Right. I mean, what I would say is that in the Philippines, most people can speak English. It's not like in China where it's like when they try and speak English, it's like you go here, you go there, or like. Or like I remember I would have Chinese friends in university and they would try and speak English and it's like, man, that's your English is busted. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but that's what I think. Like their English is just it's not it. But in the Philippines, it's like their English is good, but they're always shy.
Yeah.
So,
Or
yeah.
and anytime I spoke English to my aunties or uncles, they'd be like, "Oh, you're going too fast. I'm going to get nosebleed." And I was like, "Nosebleed? What does that mean?" And then like my auntie finally explained it. They're like, "It's when someone has really good English, but we can't understand because of how fast they're speaking it. That we end up getting a nosebleed from how like." What are we supposed to say?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I actually never encountered that.
They've never said that to you?
Yeah.
Bro, I've gotten that so many times from my aunties. Were like, "Oh, I'm going to get nosebleed. Don't talk too much English."
I think maybe you just talk a little fast in general.
That might be it.
Okay.
It might be it because you know your boy's a hype man.
You know, I'm Mr. Chill guy, so keep it chill, keep it chill. Yeah. And so you've been to some of the different islands in the Philippines. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I was in Ilocos Norte. I was over in Manila. I went to Baguio. and then the Chocolate Hills. I've gone to a couple spots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say you went to Cebu and Palawan as well?
Yes, Cebu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said Davao too.
Yeah, Davao.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like in the span of like the 3 times that I did go.
Okay.
So,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
So how would you say that, like, because I've only been to Luzon.
Yeah.
How would you say Luzon compares to like any of the other islands? Like, or would you say that most Filipino islands in general are similar?
They're fairly similar, but you definitely see the historical differences
Okay.
every time you go into a different area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I was in Ilocos Norte, you definitely saw like history through, just the buildings, the architecture,
Mm-hmm.
the different Spanish influences that were there in the Ilocos region. But when you're in Manila, you typically tend to see you see a lot of poverty, but you also see, the big city skyscrapers. You see a big difference in social, economic differences, right? Depending on the area you're in. But regardless of what area or region you're in, you just see the joy of the people too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, you could have someone that lives in a shack, but they're still super happy.
Yeah.
Which I respect, because like you see the homeless people here, they're miserable.
Yeah, the people who were in poverty, I feel like were the happiest people because
Oh, I totally agree.
they still had the idea of hope, and they still have hope, right?
Yeah.
That's something that I saw a lot, especially with people who, were struggling, but they were happy because they had family and God, and they also just had a good time living.
Yeah, I think that is what makes the Philippines special, because like, of all the places I've been, I've never been to any other country where it's like our whole family lives on this street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have like whole families living down one street. I think that's one of the coolest things. Like nowadays, to go visit my cousins, I'm either flying over to Alabama or I'm going over to the Bay Area. But those are like 2-hour drives or like 14 hours of just flying.
Yo, they're Filipino in Alabama.
Yeah.
I would love to hear that story.
Yeah.
Do they have the accent too?
Oh yeah, they're from the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're from the Philippines.
Okay.
My cousin, I think is in North Carolina. North Carolina now.
Okay.
But yeah, there are Filipinos out there. There's actually a big Filipino community in the Carolinas.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which is so wild to me. I was like, there's a Filipino community out there.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, do you got any crazy stories from the Philippines? Because I know I have a lot.
Oh, crazy stories from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, dude, where do I start?
All right, I'll tell my first one.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that blew me away about the Philippines is that when there's traffic, and all the policemen in the Philippines, they have like an M16, and like you'll see one of the policemen just go in the middle of the street and start telling people where to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's crazy, because like I've never seen that anywhere else. And just Filipino driving in general, they drive like this.
Yeah.
Like there are lines on the road, but like
no one pays attention.
They don't follow them at all.
Yeah. Bro, the lines on the road, those are just guides. But
Yeah.
Filipinos, they drive with a horn.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They'll beep at each other just to
Yeah.
like let people know, hey, I'm moving in. Hey, I'm moving out.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. I feel like over here in the States, if you honk at someone,
It's rude. Yeah.
it's rude. It's
Yeah.
like you're telling them they're dumb.
Like pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention.
Yeah.
Right? But over there, it's like, hey, man,
Mhm.
let me in, please.
Or not only that, is I remember in some of the neighborhoods there, the streets are so narrow, they'll honk so the other person will know that they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember last time I was there, we had a driver. His name is Richard.
Okay.
But we're in this big 8-seater van, right? So super big vehicle, very like a wide vehicle, but we're in 4 lanes over from the entrance of this hotel we were trying to go to, and it's directly across. So this isn't like one that's up a couple streets and we can like merge in lanes. No, it's right across. Our driver was like, all right, as soon as it turns green, that means we go. So he just starts honking and turning and moving and maneuvering around all these vehicles to get directly across with tons of traffic all around. The street smarts and the driving in the Philippines is just different.
Oh, I totally agree, because it's kind of like anything goes.
Yeah, anything does go.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, my next story, this is probably my favorite story about the Philippines, is that, okay, so I remember I was in a movie theater, watched the new Batman movie, and there was an hour left. The screen cuts to black. The audio keeps going. Two guys walk out of like the video booth, and then they look around. They go back inside, and they rewind the movie by 5 minutes, and the movie just keeps playing.
Did the audio like sync with it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good.
but I was just blown away because like, I mean, going to a movie theater, you just kind of expect it to work, but like, it just stops working, and it's like, this is so crazy. And that's another thing in the Philippines, like a lot of times things just don't work. Like in the morning, turn on the tap, water doesn't come out, or just or they don't have auto pay there, so like once a month people have to go to a place and like stand in line and like pay their bills somewhere, and like life there, like they don't really have any conveniences.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I can only imagine.
Yeah, I know.
The blessings we have here in the States are just immensely different from what they got over there.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm so grateful.
Of course,
that I have this opportunity out here in the States, right? And that's why I love it out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the biggest change. My biggest takeaway from going to the Philippines is that when I came back, I just realized how many things that we were taking for granted every day. Whether it's cleanliness, whether it's safety, whether it's opportunity, whether it's the weather. I mean, when I was in Manila, it feels like you're walking in an oven.
Yeah.
Like at all times of the year. And it was mind-blowing to see people still wearing pants or still wearing long sleeves. And to them, it was just normal.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt like I was dying.
They had to wear the long sleeves so that they could block out the sun.
Right. Yeah.
And they're like, I can't spend any more money on papaya soap.
And that's another topic is like the whole skin whitening thing. And I didn't know about this before I went there, but like, it's kind of crazy how racist they can be to their own people.
Yeah.
Where it's like, or like even when you see the billboards and everything, the billboards are all people that look European or American or Korean. But when you look at the average people looks like Christian.
I'm brown.
Yeah,
like a salted caramel kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which I think is sad because it's like, I mean, if I was going to promote something, it would be something that's like actually achievable or presents the average person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you have that in like marketing, like throughout like all different kinds of brands though. Like when you look at Nike, they'll show like these professional athletes, but they're not really showing the average American or usual citizen, right?
I guess that's fair.
So maybe the advertising there is something that they should strive for, but like when it comes to like skin whitening products, I'm just like, why are we striving to look whiter? But like over here, it's like everyone's trying to get tan.
I think that's the Spanish influence.
Oh, that is the Spanish. Yeah.
It's the Spanish influence and also the Chinese influence.
I can see it
because in both of those countries and communities and everything, they all value like light skin and stuff.
Yeah.
And I do want to talk about Filipino culture real quick because I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, if I could describe Philippines as like a place and as a culture, I would say it's like you put America, Spain, China, and like Hawaiian culture and just put it together and mix it up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I would say Filipino culture changed Hawaiian culture a little bit because
a lot of Filipinos go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I believe there's a big Ilocano community in Hawaii.
Okay.
Mixed with Polynesian and Tongan and Japanese as well. So I think a lot of the influence that is from Hawaii is based off of the culture that's in the Philippines.
What I mean by like Hawaiian and Islander culture is just how chill things are in the Philippines.
Oh, it's so chill.
People love to just sit back and relax and chill and drink a beer. Oh, palutan, get a red horse and get some lechon and just chill. We'll do karaoke. Oh, there's a mango tree. We'll grab a mango and this is something they did in the Philippines that I personally didn't like, but some people do. Oh, it's a green one, hard as a rock. Get some bangaong, some shrimp paste, mix it together. I'm like, that's not for me, but if you like it, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Bro, and when the bangaong comes out, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, bangaong is like, it's like baby shrimps like ground up into a paste. Probably with like vinegar or fish sauce, something too.
I think it's fermented.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so it like creates like a saltier taste to it. it's good in like certain amounts, but like
Mm-hmm.
just with the mango,
You need just like a drop.
yeah, just a
Because
little bit.
like, but with them, they'll put on like
They'll
peanut butter.
slather on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, the kare with the bagong, it's like the
Mm.
peanut butter and jelly stew. You know?
Bruh. Oh man, would you say that you have a favorite place in the Philippines?
Favorite place?
Yeah.
Anywhere with AC.
SM Supermall. That's fair because that was always my favorite place in the Philippines is the mall, and I love the mall so much. They had a theme song.
SM Supermalls, SM Supermalls.
And that's always in my head. SM Supermall. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really catchy.
Dude.
And not only do they have AC, they also have the best food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the food there, it hits every time.
Bro, I went to an all-you-can-eat steak restaurant
All you can eat steak.
for $20. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Granted, the steak was frozen, but like I still got to try everything,
yeah,
which was really cool.
dude. I went to a all you can eat hot pot sushi place off of the Mall of Asia in
Mhm.
the Philippines, and bro, it was so good for such a steal
Oh,
too.
I believe it. Yeah.
Um,
Fun fact, I went to the Mall of Asia, but when I went, the map wasn't working. And it's not like the malls here where it's all big and indoor. It's almost like a school where there's like hallways and it connects to different buildings. And it was way too hot, so like we just got some food and left. So like, unfortunately, I was not able to experience the whole Mall of Asia. But my favorite mall is SM Baguio in Baguio because they have, I think it was 4 floors. And at the top, they had like an observation deck.
yeah,
And Baguio has a nice weather, so you can just go up top and just chill. And the food was good. Food was great, and it was just amazing.
I think one thing about the malls there
Mhm.
is just the variety.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
so much fun.
Yeah.
And like they're a tourist spot in itself.
Oh, totally.
Anytime you go to them, because there's a ton of different things. The
Mhm.
infrastructure is crazy.
Yeah.
The food's great, and
Yep.
everything you want or want to buy
In one place.
is in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a supermarket within the mall.
Yes. And a movie theater.
And a movie theater,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I know. I
and
wish.
an arcade.
Yeah.
You know.
I wish they did that here. The malls in America are trash. The malls in Asia, top tier for sure.
Oh, top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because they make all the goods in Asia.
That's fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the amount of fun that's to be had
Mhm.
in the Philippines is crazy. You have so much really good deals,
Mhm.
first off, on
Everything.
everything.
And-
Food,
yeah.
clothes.
And the main reason why is the exchange is 50 to 1.
Yeah.
So $1 here is 50 there. I remember I would go to like farmers markets. I would say I want this, and I'd only spend like $20, and I'd have like literally like this much food. Like I'd have actual bags, and I would just go there and try and want to get everything that I've never seen before. And it's so cool that like you're able to just try stuff and it's not super expensive. Meanwhile here, oh, there's a new restaurant I want to try. This is $50 for what?
For what? Yeah.
Yeah.
For what?
Especially in Europe, where it's like, this is a creme brulee, and this is from a dead squid from 100 years ago, and it's like this big, and it's like, sure, I paid like $1 million for a meal, but I'm not even hungry. I'm not even full.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
While you can get like a lechon for like what? Like
Yes, my favorite was lechon manok. I would get a whole chicken and rice for like $5. The sauce was amazing too. Oh man.
Dude, it hits.
Oh, for sure.
Bro, sisig?
Yeah.
With the
Calamansi.
calamansi
Yeah. And the little baby peppers.
Oh, dude, and then the egg
Mm-hmm.
that's scrambled right on top. You
Yep.
crack the yolk right over all this. Oh,
Yeah.
with the sizzling bottom, bro. It hits, dude, every time.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing that I got every time we went to whatever restaurant. I want the sisig because I already know it was gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's probably my favorite dish. Sisig is right there.
Solid pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if someone were to go to the Philippines for the first time, where would you recommend them to go?
What are they going there for?
Oh, that's a great question. What are you going to the Philippines for? What I went to the Philippines for was to try something different as far as dating goes. And if you're a man and you don't like how things are here, I highly recommend that. But like, I don't know, for the average person, it is I I don't know, it's kind of a tough sell because the weather's not great. It can be dirty. And you're going to see some wild stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
all kinds of wild things.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, I guess it's more of like, you have to be someone more on the adventurous side.
Yeah.
If you're a solo girl, I do not recommend it.
No.
Not even a bit. But like, if you just want to go experience something new, or Pastor Christian over here, if you want to go on a mission,
Yeah.
I think Philippines is the perfect destination for that.
I think there's a lot of people that can be helped
Yeah.
through missionary
Mhm.
work. It's definitely a place with a lot of poverty, but with that comes a lot of hope. You
Yeah.
know, that's why I want to go out there.
Mhm. What kind of person would you recommend to go to the Philippines?
Definitely someone adventurous,
Mhm.
someone who wants to try a lot of new things, a lot of new foods,
Mhm.
someone who wants to experience tropical weather. Because, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people from the United States, when they think tropical weather, they're usually like, oh, let's go to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Why not get out of your comfort zone? Why not go somewhere that you wouldn't even think initially to go, but experience all different kinds of
For a fraction of the price, too.
for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not getting like extravagant prices like you'll get in Hawaii. You're getting fairly cheap prices.
Yeah, my dream is to go to Hawaii, but I haven't been there because I've heard it's just insanely expensive.
Insanely, the like resorts there are crazily priced.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard they have these Portuguese donuts, which I really want to get from there.
Okay, I love poke, and so to go to the origin of poke,
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And I heard they like catch a lot of their fish fresh and then just cut it up in restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they'll do that for a lot of the restaurants where they'll get it fresh that day in the
Yeah.
morning
Mm-hmm.
and then bring it in to make for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they usually sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but man, back to Filipino families. I think what's different about Filipino families is that you can have like an auntie, but they're like your age or even younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about that? Because I remember when I first experienced that, I was like, "Whoa, this is different."
No, that is the case because I have an uncle that's younger than me actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I thought my uncle was someone who was actually my uncle, but he was actually my grandpa. And
Whoa! What?
like, okay, so
Uh-huh.
so in the Filipino culture, we call anyone who's related to us like our cousins, like if they're in the same.
What
age
is the
range.
word for cousin?
Pinsan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pinsan is cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyone who's older than us, if it's a boy, we call kuya.
Oh yeah.
Or if it's a girl, we call ate.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Which translate.
Big sister, right? Yeah.
Yeah, big sister,
Mhm.
big brother, right? But cousin is pinsan,
Okay.
uncle, tito. But anyone older than us, usually in another generation,
Mhm.
we'll call tito or
Okay.
tita,
Mhm.
which translates to uncle or auntie.
Mhm.
When it's our like first cousin, what's it called? First cousin's dad.
Okay. Mhm.
Like, I was always confused about the rule of like first cousins, second cousins,
Mhm.
because we always just called anyone related to us cousins
Okay.
or tito or tita,
Mhm.
right? So when I heard that like idea of like first cousins here, I was like,
Mhm.
what does that even mean?
Yeah.
You know? But my girlfriend now is teaching me about that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a couple of grandparents that I have,
Mhm.
which I look to them as my uncle and auntie,
Okay.
but they're actually my grandpa.
Interesting.
Grandma.
Is it because they're young?
Yeah, because they're
Okay.
younger. Yeah.
Mhm.
And like that whole thing with the first cousins, second cousins
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Interesting. And so you said you've been to Davao.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was cool.
Okay.
It was cool. Honestly, when we were traveling there, we were just going to all different kinds of malls and stuff.
Okay.
So
So it is kind of really similar.
Yeah, in that
That's
aspect.
funny. Okay.
I haven't gone to the Philippines since 2018.
Okay. I was there in 2022.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I can't really pinpoint like specific like parts of the trip other than like in terms of what specific city I was in,
Mm-hmm.
unless I like look at pictures. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're one of those guys where it's like, I remember that.
Yeah,
But,
I remember that.
but nothing comes off
But
top.
I'm like,
Okay.
Where was that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then another thing I want to talk about is that I remember this really surprised me, but when I went to Indonesia, I was like, man, I was blown away by like how similar Indonesia and the Philippines were.
Yeah.
When it came to poverty level, when it came to how people look,
Yeah.
you guys look like almost identical. I'm not even kidding. The language is similar too, but I don't know. I think the Filipino food, well, at least when I was there, was better.
Oh,
Because in Bali, they pretty much just ate fried rice with egg everywhere, and that was a huge disappointment.
I think when it comes to Filipino food, since there's such a big influence from Spanish culture,
Mm-hmm.
it's influenced the food a lot.
With the rice.
With the with the rice, I would say that's more from like the Chinese, Asian
Mm-hmm.
background and culture
Mhm.
before it was conquered by Spain, because
Yeah.
Spain conquered it for about 350 years,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you have things like menudo, which is going to be like
That's a Spanish food for sure.
it is
Yeah.
Spanish food, but we've also implemented some Asian culture in it as
Okay.
well, right?
Mhm.
And then there's also things like flan.
Yeah, I was
leche
thinking about
flan.
that one,
Yeah,
Or
leche flan.
caldereta, that's Spanish.
Caldereta, yeah, caldereta is also Spanish. Or even like the roast pork dishes,
Mhm.
bro. Like
Or lechon, yeah.
lechon, yeah.
Yeah.
Similarities but differences,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
The food there is definitely gonna have a little bit. I wouldn't say spiciness because it isn't really super spicy,
Mhm.
but there's some Spanish influence that carries on into the food as well. So
Mhm.
you do have your spices, you do have your different flavors that bring,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So it's not just Asian food, but it's like Asian Latin. It's like we're the
Yeah.
hybrid race, bro.
I think more of the Spanish influence comes in with the whole chisme. Oh, there's always chisme.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Always.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. 100%. The aunties are in the corner talking about the girlfriend you just brought in, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Relatable.
did Christian get a new girlfriend? Like you just hear them like talking all this. You can see them right because like the eyes look, but the words are words are coming by hands. You know? Yeah. But yeah, the cheese man is definitely there. Oh my goodness.
I know, man. I know.
Because if something happens, it's getting to another auntie within like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. If anything happens, they're first to know, or like they're always online, always on the phone.
Yeah, you watch that scene in Crazy Rich Asians where like they just go into a text thread
Mm-hmm.
where everyone finds out news that the main guy is going to this wedding,
Mhm.
right? It's just like that where everyone finds out
Mm-hmm.
ASAP. And then I'm getting like messages from my aunties or my uncles talking about, oh Christian, I heard you're doing this. Like, huh? Who did that? So I feel like secrets aren't really a big thing over there.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Everyone is in everyone's business for sure.
Yeah, because everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I think part of it is like there's almost always like a lot of people in a small place.
Oh
too.
yeah, 100%.
So like privacy is not as much of a thing too.
Yeah, 100%. Because your cousins like live right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what do you think about the whole Tabo thing?
Personally,
Uh-huh.
I think it's ingenious.
Okay. I mean, I think it is a good way to save water for sure.
Say toilet paper.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Say
Oh, I
toilet.
forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. The tabo.
It's basically like a bucket on like a long stick, and like since like I mentioned before, a lot of times in the morning they don't have running water. They'll always have like a bucket, and you dunk it on your head, or like dunk it kind of like their Filipino bidet, I guess you could say.
Yeah, Filipino
Yeah.
bidet. Exactly. So we had bidets before y'all even had bidets.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in the Philippines, there's a certain time when the water goes off,
Mhm.
and they're not able to open up the the sink or the faucet, right?
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll keep water in a bucket for the rest of the night in case
Mhm.
someone has to use the restroom or someone has to take a bath or whatever
Mhm.
it may be. But the tabo is just an instrument that they use to pour water, put
Mhm.
water somewhere, right? But a lot of people use it to clean themselves after using the restroom, right? And that's basically a way to save on toilet paper, make sure that they're actually clean because they're not just spreading stuff around,
Mm-hmm.
or what have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's something I wanted to ask you about because I
Yeah.
experienced this when I went to the Philippines. But like, it's like as soon as it's nighttime, the cockroaches come out
Oh, bro, them cockroaches are huge, bro, and they fly sometimes too, bro.
all the time.
Yeah, dude.
All the time. One went in here.
No.
Yes, bro. I'm not even kidding. We were at a dinner table like this.
Yeah.
I was there like sweating because they didn't have AC.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I feel something moving. I scratch my head. There's a crunch.
Oh,
And then it
bro.
falls out, and I'm just like,
Ugh.
or I'm not even kidding, because like I remember one place I stayed where they had one window,
Yeah.
but it was literally like a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
So it's like there was no glass. What they called a window was a hole in the wall,
Yeah.
and so like they would all come in, and like before I go to sleep, I'd spray. They call it bygone, and you spray it around the corner of the room. They'd all run in the middle, flip over, and die. I know, yeah, because I always had to spray the bygone before I went to sleep because like I just don't like them. But
Yeah.
they are so big. They're like
Bro, they're about
they're
my
like this big.
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
even kidding.
thumb all the way back to the knuckle, right there.
I saw so many of them. One time I saw an albino one.
Really?
Like a glow in the dark one. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, bro.
And I saw it in bag. I still, because I was the killer, bro. Whenever I saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm not even kidding. There were only 2 places in the whole country I didn't see them. One was the hotel.
Yeah.
And the other one was the airport.
Yeah.
All other places, I saw them.
Yeah, yeah.
In the restaurant, oh man, another story. I remember we were sitting, eating lunch at a park.
Yeah.
Bro, they hopped out of the bush and
Okay.
tried to jump on us. I'm like, bruh. Or like, you'll see them like running up the walls outside or just,
Was that at BGC?
no, it's in Baguio.
Back Oh, okay, okay.
But like, they're literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Or that
100%.
reminds me of the biggest mind-blowing Filipino story I have was there was a Tito and he's like, you shouldn't worry about cockroaches.
Yeah.
And the Philippines, it's not a normal day if you don't see a cockroach. They said, look, they're our friends. He grabbed one, opened his hand, it didn't move, and he just threw it out the door. And I was like, well, he's a bigger man than me.
Bro, I cannot with the cockroaches. But
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
one story my older brother told me. I didn't see this for myself,
Okay.
but my older brother told me this.
Mhm.
He saw a rat the size of a cat. And he was like, oh, heck no, I'm not going down that alleyway.
Bruh.
He saw this rat that was about the size of a cat, like walking towards the direction of where my dad's old house was in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was like, oh, we're about to go stay there.
Yeah.
My older brother did not want to do that because he saw that rat that was the size of a cat.
Yeah.
And dude, knowing the Philippines, that would be definitely something that would happen.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because when I was there, they told me we have this cat to keep the rats out.
Yeah.
If we didn't have a cat, there would be rats here.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, noted.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if I had a rat, first thing I do is I go find a cat.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, ain't no way I'm gonna be spending time in a house that's infested with rats.
I know, if
No
anything,
way.
New York City needs more cats.
Oh, facts.
Yeah. Mhm.
Facts, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, a little bit more Tom to the Jerry, bro. So, in terms of food, what was your favorite? You said kare-kare
Yeah, and sea log.
and silog. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you think that you're a big fan of Filipino desserts?
Yeah, I love halo halo. Halo halo is crazy. Because it's like ice cream, but they put in they put beans in the ice cream.
With the corn?
Yes, the corn and so halo halo is like, it's like this big. It's like usually like the size of like a McFlurry or something. Usually a ube ice cream, sometimes vanilla too, right?
Mango.
Oh, mango. Okay.
Yeah, or
Okay.
cheese.
Yes, you gotta talk about that. The cheese ice cream, bro.
Cheese ice cream? Slept on, bro.
It's not. For me.
He's
It's not for me.
a hater.
It's not for me. I'm not a hater. It's just not for me. There are worse ice creams I've had, but it's not my favorite.
It's not up there. I gotcha.
Yeah, I give it a 4 or 5 out of 10.
I think for me, one big thing, especially in my childhood, that I remember
Yeah.
a lot was cheese ice cream, ube ice cream, no ice cream, just ice cream in general.
Makapuna, that's coconut, right?
Coconut, yeah, coconut. But they have a specific way of doing coconut ice cream
Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines that just hits different.
I want to try that now.
Dude, makapuna ice cream hits, bro.
We got
It's-
some time.
Oh,
Maybe
dude.
we'll go hit it up after this.
Bro, there's a Oriental market in Roseville, which has
we
like
might have to go.
all Filipino stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm heading in that direction anyway.
Okay.
But I do have work at 6.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But what I remember as a kid was the macapuno ice cream, but the cheese ice cream, since it was so distinct, since it was so different,
Mm-hmm.
I just remember having that as a kid and loving it. But halo halo in itself translates to mix.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
halo halo. So halo means to mix,
Okay.
right? Haluin mo yan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means to mix something.
Oh, okay.
Mix it.
Mm-hmm.
But halo halo means mix.
Okay.
So when it comes down to dessert,
Mhm.
there's so many different varieties of things in there. There's the macapuno strings, which is like the coconut strings and the syrup. They have the red beans, which is like a sweet bean that they throw in there too.
I remember seeing white beans too.
Yeah, they have the thick white beans. I don't know why they have it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not big on those either. Yeah.
The little jellies that they have in there too. The
Yeah.
corn.
Mhm.
They have
Cereal.
cereal.
Oh yeah, I've seen some with cornflakes in there.
Really?
Oh yeah. You don't like cereal?
Honestly, nothing in the Philippines really surprises me anymore. So
I mean, I kind of like it. It's like a nice, refreshing crunch.
okay.
Either cornflakes or like frosted flakes. Like I've had it before for sure with like cereal in there. Yeah.
I've never had it like that.
Interesting.
I'll try it out next time.
Okay.
But they have like shaved ice in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's either evaporated milk or condensed milk.
Mm-hmm.
Ube ice cream, typically like mango ice cream or cheese ice cream. And then there's also the leche flan at the top. Dude, I remember being such a fiend for leche flan as a kid, bro.
Sometimes there's cake in there too, like
Yeah,
one
yeah,
layer
yeah.
of cake.
Yeah, a little layer of cake. But I remember like loving leche flan so much that like without even mixing it, bro, I'm just gonna off that.
Yeah. And it's crazy. We should have counted the ingredients. There's so many in there.
There's so many.
So many.
There's so many.
And it's interesting because like we're talking about it, and I guess there's different variations because it's just a mix of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is mixed and stuff.
Yeah.
But there is so much to it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it though.
Me too. It's really good. Yeah.
As a kid though,
Mhm.
I didn't really have as much appreciation because I didn't really think of halo halo as something different until like I started looking at all different kinds of like
Okay.
other cultural desserts,
Yeah.
and I was like, beans? I don't like beans. When I was looking at it as an adult and like
Mhm.
having had it, there's something so nostalgic about having it, even
Yeah.
though I might not like the best as a
Mhm.
dessert.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just want a little ice cream or something.
Yeah. I tried it my first time. I think it was like probably 20, 21.
Yeah.
And I instantly loved it because like for me, I think the worst thing a dessert can be is boring. So I don't eat shortcake. I don't eat like vanilla ice cream. I mean, halo halo's like the opposite. Like there's just so much in there.
So crazy.
Like, look up a picture of halo halo. Like there's a lot going on in there. Yeah.
Dude, I remember. Actually, same for me too.
Mhm.
When it comes to desserts, I like something that stands out a little
Yeah.
bit.
But I will say when it comes to simple desserts, Thai mango sticky rice.
Crazy
Bro,
good.
that slaps so hard.
Oh,
It
dude.
is just sticky rice, mango cream,
Coconut.
or coconut cream. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Coconut cream and the mango.
Yeah.
Super simple, but it hits so hard. I used to get it fresh in Thailand. Amazing. Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, I know. I used to eat that every day. I used to eat a fresh coconut every day, and then I would just go walk and see what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the topic of food,
Yeah.
how did you feel about the Filipino street food?
I mean, compared to Thai street food, because, all right, now let me explain. Because Filipino street food, it's a lot of fish ball, pork ball, chicken ball, and it's literally like a gray ball. And it's like, the taste is all right. And then oftentimes they'll put like a syrup on, or it's like,
Vinegar
what
sauce.
is the other one? Oh, yeah, some people eat like Adidas, which is chicken feet.
Chicken feet, yeah.
Or like, what's the intestines called again? I forgot.
Isaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, isaw, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I tried that. I was really surprised by isaw. I like that more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I think they season it. They have to, right?
Bro, I can't do
This-
intestines, dude.
Something about the seasoning was really good.
Dude, I can't do intestines. Like, I've even seen like intestines over in like Korean barbecue too.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't eat it, bro. Like, I see it and I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But, like, if the flavor's good, the flavor's good.
Yeah. The worst one, in my opinion, is cake yum,
Okay,
which is like this weird shaped gray thing.
yeah.
And even the name is weird. Like, it's cake, but it looks like maybe a fish cake or something.
I think it's
And then they put on like a syrup, and that one I don't really like. The other ones,
Have you ever had quack quack?
yes,
Dude,
I have,
quack
yeah.
quack slaps.
That's
bro.
probably my favorite one. It's just like a
quail egg.
and it's like I think there's like a layer of batter on top, right?
Yeah, I
and
think-
it's orange, but I
Orange
think the
batter,
orange
yeah.
is just the coloring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Quack quack, that one's my favorite.
Quack quack, slaps every
Well, my
time.
all-time favorite Filipino food. Word is similar to quack quack. Only a few of you will pick that one up.
Oh, bro.
All right, moving on. What do you want to ask me about Filipino food?
I was gonna ask about the street food.
Okay.
But on top of that too, what do you think is distinctly different about Filipino food versus, like, say, a burger and fries from America?
Okay, perfect. Because we went to Jollibee yesterday,
Yeah.
and I love Jollibee. Like, I can't even lie. Of all I don't even eat fast food, but like, I love Jollibee. Jollibee has a special place in my heart. Like, I don't know what it is about Jollibee. Maybe because they use a lot of pineapple.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just hits. It just hits different. Like
No
the
other-
ingredients are more fresh.
No other place you can get fried chicken and spaghetti and palabok or noodles in the same place.
Bro, you gotta tell people about Filipino spaghetti.
Okay, Filipino spaghetti is like a sweet spaghetti, which I grew up on it. I like it. They use this thing called banana ketchup, which, because the Philippines didn't have a shipment of tomatoes, they didn't really make tomatoes there. They had a surplus of bananas, however, which they used to process into this like sweet ketchup-looking product.
So they probably just use food coloring in them, right?
They use food coloring, red 40.
Okay.
But they throw that into like a tomato sauce, which sweetens it up with hot dogs and
Sometimes carrots.
sometimes carrots.
Yeah.
Have you had that?
No, but I've talked to people that have.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Um,
When I heard that, I was like, bruh.
dude, I remember growing up as a kid,
Uh-huh.
my mom would tell me to throw a little sugar in it because,
Which blows my mind because everything in the Philippines is already super sweet.
oh, dude,
I know.
the Filipino taste, they love sweet food.
Yeah, like if I had to sum up like a Filipino dish, it's deep fried meat, rice, maybe throw in a little bit of sugar,
Yeah.
maybe like some steamed vegetables or fried vegetables or sauteed vegetables or whatever. Yeah.
Dude, I love the garlic butter fried rice they have in the silogs.
I think I've probably tried that and it's probably fire, yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Even the adobo rice at Jollibee yesterday, I was
Oh, it was
like,
good.
bro, that hit. Like, I didn't expect it to be good because like a little container of rice,
Yeah.
but like,
It's good.
yeah, that's good for sure.
That with the chicken skin dipped
Bro,
into the gravy.
you showed me that move was crazy. He ripped the chicken skin off the fried chicken. He put the adobo rice in there, and then the gravy on top.
Oh, bro.
That's a new move right there. He showed that to me. I was impressed,
Big activities.
bro. And I gotta say, man, like you're a D1 eater, bro. You know how to put food away.
Bro, I could put food away all day. Dude, catch this next mission trip to Mexico. We're doing 10 tacos. I'm probably going to get it, I'm going to say, 2 to 3 minutes for 10 tacos.
You know, Christian, I believe in you so much. I did 24 tacos in 24 hours. I think you could do 48 tacos in 24 hours.
I'm probably good. Yeah.
Yeah, if you made a video about that, I would put that on my channel.
Bro,
Yeah, if you up me like that, I got to, yeah.
dude, that's probably going to be like $20 in Mexico. That's not bad. That's not bad. Wait,
Yeah, because, yeah, side note, because when I was in Mexico, I had some of the best tacos of my life for 30 cents each.
yeah.
So it's totally possible. I mean, if you just want to do a total, like, mass quantity of eating 48, go for it. But, like, what I did was each taco was different. So,
Okay.
like, I had one chicken, and then each one would be, like, a different cut of pork. So, like, one was rib, one was,
Cabeza.
yeah, cabeza, one was lengua, one was whatever. And, like, so in that video, I ate 24 different tacos.
Dude,
Well, in Mexico, I think you totally could find 48 different tacos, because I didn't even try breakfast tacos. I didn't even have any of the egg. I didn't even have any veggie
Bro.
ones. Yeah, like,
dude,
For sure.
the breakfast tacos
I
in
know.
Mexico slap.
Yep. Yeah.
So good.
Mhm.
But I think my favorite taco from
Yeah.
Mexico when we were over there
Mhm.
was the quesadilla tacos, bro.
Yep.
The quesadilla, with the little consomme on the side.
Mhm.
Oh, so good, bro.
Yeah, bringing it back to Philippines, I'm so dumb, man. I tried my best to find good Mexican food, but because I love it, it doesn't exist.
No.
It doesn't exist.
No.
I got burned a few times. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like I went there and ordered it, and I was like, oh man, this is horrible.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Filipinos, they can make like very good Filipino,
Mm-hmm.
Asian culture food,
Yeah.
but I've never seen any Mexican restaurants in the
Yeah.
Philippines ever taste good. And I'm just like,
Yeah. What blew me away is like there's so much good foreign food in the Philippines. Like
Yeah.
I had some of the best Mediterranean food in my life in the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah, in Baguio. This place is called I think Lemon and Olive. It's like a
Oh.
Greek restaurant. Amazing, incredible. There was another one. It was an Italian restaurant. Incredible. I don't remember the name. And they had gelato too.
Okay.
Amazing.
Was it good?
Incredible. Some of the best I've ever had. Yeah. I wish.
Did
I
you go
wish
to
they-
Italy?
Yeah.
How was the gelato over there?
It was cool, but like I've had better. But to be fair, I didn't go to the best place. I just saw some on the street. And
Oh,
got
okay.
some, yeah. But yeah. But but bringing it back to Philippines, like I think my biggest disappointment as far as foreign food goes was like I love Korean food.
Yeah.
But they only eat samgyeopsal in
Yeah.
the Philippines. Why is that?
Honestly, I
Is
wish
it because it's cheap?
I wish I could answer, bro.
Yeah, they only eat samgyeopsal and ramyun. I wanted like galbi, I wanted bulgogi, I wanted like all the other Korean stuff, but they only had samgyeopsal and ramyun. Those are the only two, and they love it though in the Philippines.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So samgyeopsal is
Pork belly.
pork belly. Yeah. Honestly, that's a good question.
Uh-huh.
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
It's probably because yes, it is cheaper, and yes,
Mhm.
they probably have a little bit more production of pork out there.
Yeah, that's true. They eat a lot of pork in the Philippines.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
100% they do.
And the lechon is
The
incredible.
lechon,
Which
bro.
basically roast pork. Incredible.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude, the lechon is crazy. You can get like a whole pig for super cheap over
Oh
there.
yeah.
But it's probably because of production of like pig. They can make pork super quick,
Mhm.
and it's not as expensive as like raising a cow.
Yeah.
Which is probably why it's their main,
Okay.
Korean dish they have over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Philippines doesn't have as much money as like,
That's
say,
true. Yeah.
South Korea,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Where they're able to have
Anything.
anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it is interesting as well because since the Philippines speaks English, a lot of other people from Asia will go to the Philippines just to learn English.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because my Korean friend told me like, yeah, when it comes to universities, if you can't make it into America or Canada, or if you just don't have a lot of money, you'll just go to the Philippines for a while and learn English there.
Oh.
Yeah. And when I was in Angelo City, they have a whole like Korean town. They call it Friendship. That was the name of the Korean town. They call it Friendship. Yeah, it was funny.
Are they doing like the green hearts over here? Like,
I don't know. I don't watch K-pop, or I don't listen to K-pop, so I don't know.
have you ever seen a green heart?
Isn't it like this or something?
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man. Yeah. That's right. I also went to Clark, which is a pretty interesting place because it's like a decommissioned American military base,
Oh, okay.
and it's so interesting to see the difference between like what used to be American versus what used to be Filipino or what is Filipino.
Yeah.
Because like the roads are like twice as big.
Yeah.
And like they turned like let's say like an airplane hangar or something into like a grocery store or a market. And that's right. We gotta talk about the foreigners in the Philippines. Like
There's a lot.
when I was there wasn't too many.
Really?
Yeah, the most common foreigner sighting I saw was like a guy that looked like Joe Biden with like a 20-year-old hot girlfriend. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That makes him a fellow.
I was
bro.
you mean passport grandpa.
That
Yeah.
hard.
Because I mean when I was there I was the youngest foreigner I saw for sure.
Dude, I've seen Yeah, they're usually older.
Yeah, for
no,
sure,
I had
yeah.
to think about that for a second because
Uh-huh.
like, you hit me with that thought. I
Yeah,
was
what do you think about that? Some people think like it's actual love, some people think it's just for the money, some people think it's in between. What do you think?
Maybe a mixture of both.
Okay. Because it is interesting how, like, especially in Southeast Asia, like Thailand and the Philippines, I guess they're more okay with, like, huge age gap relationships.
They are.
Because here it's, like, super frowned upon, but there it's more normal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Um,
Or if anything, I'm sure, like, people are supportive, where it's like, oh, you got a rich one.
yeah. Born and raised in, the United States.
Yeah.
Growing up with the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I do frown upon like the younger, like the giant age gap.
Yeah.
With a lot of foreigners going over there to
Mm-hmm.
marry someone who's like 20 years old,
Yep.
and they're like 70 or 60, and you're like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I personally don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, I guess, what their government has.
Yeah.
It's kind
I
of.
mean, my opinion is like, I don't know. I mean, you just can't control what other people do.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's that too.
yeah. If I was, I mean, and if I was in like the girl's situation, I mean, it makes sense. Like, especially if like you live in a shack, and this old guy's like, "Hey, come live with me. I have air conditioning. I can give you anything you want." Yeah. And so, like, when you look at it from that perspective, it does make sense.
Yeah. 100%, bro.
Yeah, but I remember just seeing it, I was like, bruh.
Dude, it gets crazy over there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I'll never forget. There's another story. When I went to when I was flying there, I talked to, like, this older guy. He's probably, like, 40 or 50.
Yeah.
And I told him I'm going there to meet my girlfriend. He's like, "You have a girlfriend there in the Philippines? That's like bringing sand to the beach." And at first I didn't get it, but now I was like, okay, I understand now. Because, like, I mean, as I kind of mentioned before, like, if, like, I have talked about before, it is the easiest place probably on earth to get a girlfriend or wife.
Oh, in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, you talk to a girl, she's basically yours, like, all right, I'm going to give you some game. So if you go to the Philippines, just say, Ikaw maganda, mahal kita, and then you got one.
Oh, bro. I wouldn't say that, maybe. But, bro, I don't. Okay.
Okay.
In my understanding and
Yeah.
belief in that,
Okay.
I think that love in itself is a lot
Mhm.
different than just getting a girlfriend.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's-
agree.
I think it's something that develops over time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, I have another story.
yeah, go ahead.
I have another story. So I remember before I went, and I was talking to girls online.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember I don't remember what I said exactly, but within 4 days, this girl added me on Facebook, had her parents add me on Facebook, and then her parents started messaging me in the span of like 4 days. And she told me I was like her last hope and last chance at love. And I'm like, bro, this is insane. Like, they do catch feels pretty quick.
That is true, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen some. I've experienced some.
And I did eventually block her, so she probably won't see this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
yeah.
Don't put my ad in here.
Oh,
But
that's funny.
oh, dude, that is funny.
Yeah.
But how is it like communicating with someone from like a foreign country, like like dating?
For me, I always date someone if their English is at least like we'll video chat.
Yeah.
And that's the make or break point for me, where it's like if we can video chat and it goes well, then
Yeah.
we'll continue talking. But I've actually video chatted girls before where it's like we video chat, they don't say anything because their English is that bad. And I'm like, all right, I'm done here. Like, because communication is important.
100%.
And even if it's like not great, like I've dated girls where like their English ability is like B-.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's decent.
Yeah.
But not great. And that's another thing where it's like if you get in a relationship with someone with like a B- English skill, it'll increase over time.
Okay.
Because I've talked to girls before where it's like I'll ask them like, what language do you think in? And they'll say their native language, and that always surprised me because their English was good. And then over time they'll say now I use English so much that I'm able to think in English as well.
That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
Thinking in English.
Yeah,
right?
because and it is interesting too because I went to a lot of Spanish-speaking countries last year, and I would kind of try and and I understand their perspective because when like let's say for instance you were learning French.
Yeah.
And you went to France and you try thinking in French. It's not normal. It's not what you naturally do. So it is like taxing. It does take a lot of energy.
On that note, though,
Yeah.
like when it comes to like dreaming,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Did I have any Spanish dreams? Maybe. Probably not. Or actually, yeah, a few.
How do you think people who are born blind dream?
Dang. This is getting deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that was always one question I've always had. Is like, how does someone?
Maybe their dreams is just like people talking.
So
Yeah,
they,
because it's all sounds.
they just hear voices.
Yeah, like
That would scare me, bro, if I was dreaming.
Like, I mean, I guess, like, think about it, because, like, if you're blind, every movie's just a podcast.
Oh, bro. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Dude, not me closing my eyes trying to imagine that. Bro,
Yeah.
how does that work? You know? Like,
Yeah.
do they dream in color, or do they...
Bruh. Or because if they're blind, they've never experienced color.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But it's also interesting and different because some people, like, they have vision and they lose it.
So would you say that if someone was blind,
Uh-huh.
but they were in the KKK,
Bruh.
do you think they'd still be racist?
That's like the Dave Chappelle joke. You
Bro.
didn't see that from Chappelle's show? Yeah, so basically, Dave Chappelle, he was blind and he was the leader of the KKK.
Oh.
And then, the joke ends with him taking off the hood and it's him. And then they all like beat him up.
Oh, ain't no way, bro.
I know, yeah.
Dude, no, I don't know how I came up with that or thought of it.
I don't know, man. So that's what's interesting about the brain. I mean, some things just come to you. And I just remember another Filipino story.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This one's crazy. So I met a guy who was from New York.
Yeah.
The guy was like 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he brought his New York life to the Philippines. This guy had a husky
Yeah.
in Angeles City.
I feel bad for the bro.
Me too. In Pampanga,
Yeah.
which is like an hour north of Manila. He had a husky. Bro, he had like,
Bro, the amount of fur.
I know, but like imagine your parents' house.
Yeah.
He had that in the Philippines. He basically like took a house from here and put it in the Philippines. He lived in the only gated community I saw there.
Yeah.
He had a PS5. He was wearing like Gucci and gold chains and stuff. And I had to take him aside. I said, bro, you're in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Like, you're making yourself a target.
Yeah.
You can't go out like dressing, like you can't go out with your New York lifestyle. You can't, like, I mean, you're going to get kidnapped.
Yeah.
Because my number one rule of when I go to a third world country is dress like a homeless man.
Yeah.
And it works.
It does.
Yeah, like I would take this shirt off and I put on some basketball shorts and then it works. Yeah.
Dude, that was always something that I noticed, like, especially, like, going to the Philippines, is, like, my mom always told me to dress modestly.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make yourself a target. Rule
Yeah.
number one, if you go abroad.
Oh, if you're going abroad, especially in, like, South
Like, you'd have to
Asia.
take off all those chains if we went to the Philippines right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck the chain.
I wouldn't even talk about it, I'd just take them off.
Yeah.
Leave them here.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Mhm.
But over there,
Mm-hmm.
if they know you got money,
Oh, yeah.
someone's stealing it.
Yeah.
And they're hopping on a motorbike
Mm-hmm.
or hopping on a motorcycle
Yeah.
and getting out of there.
Yeah. And that's another thing that surprised me. Like, I remember in the Philippines is they said whoever has the most money pays for everyone.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know about that. So, like, when I went over there, I would pay for, like, 4 people, 8 people.
Bro.
And I was like, dang, I didn't know it was like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, in those aspects, I would still say no. I'd be like, nah,
Okay.
bro. Yeah. Because at that point, I feel like they would just take advantage
Mhm.
of, like, just having money,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But, yeah, ain't no way they hustling you. Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't know. In my mind, I kind of viewed it like almost like charity in a way.
Uh-huh.
Because I was able to, like, help them with things that they usually wouldn't be able to have or try or, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I mean, just even normal things that for Americans is normal. Like, you've never had a steak before. Never had sushi before.
I gotcha.
Never ridden a horse before. Stuff like that.
Yeah. In that aspect, I could see why
Yeah.
you do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not me saying that, like,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't know, that I'm not willing to, like, spend for my friends and stuff
Mhm.
or spend for my family and stuff. But, like,
Yeah.
if they're constantly asking you for, like, money all the
Mhm.
time, I don't know. I wouldn't feel right doing that. Right? And I feel kind of used if that was the case.
I think in my case, it was more of like when I mentioned paying for groups, it only happened like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oh, bro, I thought you meant, like, every single,
No,
like, meal.
no,
And I was like,
no.
what?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I totally get it. I mean, if I did have to pay like that, I'd say, well, we're going to Jollibee.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, paying steaks for everyone in the Philippines is cheap, but like, it would still add up over time. I mean, that's another thing. Like, when I went to the Philippines, I mean, I would go to like steakhouses for $10, but I would also be skeptical because from what I've heard, you could also get worms and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, that makes sense as to why like my parents will like order like meat like
Well done. Yeah.
medium or medium well.
Oh, that's right. My biggest advice I can give to you: get some travel vaccines, because I've had friends that have gone to the Philippines and they get sick.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm so like I think number one, if you had to get just one, the typhoid vaccine, because their water is
bad.
it's not it.
So bad.
Like I remember, I blew my mind to see like Tito do this, but like there was like a crusty, corroded pipe, and he was still drinking from there. And he was like, "You want some?" I was like, "No, thanks."
No. Yeah. Let me go to the SM real quick.
Or the sorry store.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Dude. What was your favorite like snack that they had in the Philippines? This could be a chip. This could be anything.
Man, I'm not
The boy bawang.
a big snack guy, but I'm trying to remember. Like it wasn't Filipino, but in SM, they always had like these wafers from like Italy or Austria or something. Hey, bro, I got hooked on those, man. I got hooked on those to the point where even today, if I see a new flavor, I have to try it. And bro, I think they have one you might like. They have a cheese flavor.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, I love.
Bro, I mean, I've tried literally all of them. Like, I made it my mission because like I tried it. I was like, these are incredible. I tried all of them. I tried even the seasonal ones now. My favorite ones are lemon and matcha. The matcha slaps so hard.
Yeah, dude, I bet they do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, matcha sounds good right now too.
I know. After this, bro. Oh man, we're not in Portland. In Portland, they have a matcha cafe.
Dude, Oriental Market.
Yeah, we'll probably hit that up after this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But Oriental Market's definitely the spot when it comes to like Asian food in the area, especially in Roseville.
That's right. Yeah, in this area, I do like where they'll have like an Asian market and they'll have like a food court and stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. We are in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in a library. That's right. Yeah.
Being studious. But
yeah.
When it comes to like food in Sacramento, where do you think is like your favorite spot?
Here?
Yeah.
I had some amazing Mexican food yesterday. Love Jollibee. I mean, now I think about it, like every time I come back, I might just have to go Jollibee.
Jollibee is always a move.
Because like, not only is it good fast food, but it's a vibe.
Oh, it is.
And they have like the cool mascot out front you can take pictures with and stuff.
We can get a picture.
I know, yeah, we forgot.
Oh no.
I think it's because like I was like so bloated, man.
Yeah.
And this guy over here, we had, what was it, the peach mango pie?
Yeah.
He kept talking about a 6-pack, bro. I'm like, bruh.
Not a 6-pack on my abs, bro. 6-pack of mango peach pies. They're so good. I was like, I started doing math. I was like, this is so Filipino of me. I was like, all right. So if I got 6 mango peach pies, that means that 24 corners of those pies that I could bite into.
Bruh.
Big activities. But dude, have you ever been to Maharaba's in Sacramento?
Where is that?
So it's right by this Asian market called Otto's.
Okay.
But it's not off of Del Paso.
What kind of food is it?
It's Japanese.
Okay.
It's Japanese baked goods. But they have these Kobe cream like pastries where it's filled with this like vanilla custard.
Okay.
So good, bro. If you want a good like bento box.
I just remember my favorite Filipino dessert.
What was it?
Buko pie.
Oh, buko pie is good, bro.
It was from, you have to get it from Tagaytay.
Yeah.
Buko pie?
Is it Leonard?
I think that's the one, yeah.
Is it Leonard's?
Yeah, because I remember they said, when you go to Tagaytay, you have to get the buko pie, and it has to be only this brand. The other ones are trash. And they were right. It was super good. Probably, I will say the best pie I've ever had, and I'm not even a pie guy.
Really?
Yeah, it was incredible. Like, it was soft, and the coconut, and it was, I wish I got more. It was super good. Price was good, too. And, dudes would just show up on the bus and, sell them and stuff.
In your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
is it cheesecake a cake? Or is it a pie?
No, because cakes have frosting. But shortcake doesn't have frosting. I see what you did there. Yeah, it's more of a pie. Because they have pie crust. Cakes don't use pie crust.
Yeah. That's always been a really weird question. I think it's like a hybrid in between the two because it's known as a cake, but like it mainly just has a filling of the cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm not a big cheesecake guy.
dude, I love cheesecake. I can make a good cheesecake.
I think you're Filipino, so you just love anything connected with cheese.
Bro, dude, cheese products just go crazy in the Philippines, dude. That also explains my like mozzarella stick, like affinity, bro. I love a good mozzarella.
Bro, you call it an affinity. It's like you see them on site and you gotta get them.
Oh, bro, dude, big activities, dude. I got to. Bro, anytime I see any cheese flavored thing, I'm like, I gotta go grab that.
Crazy. You might have to move to Wisconsin.
Bro, some cheese curds. I might have to go to Canada. Some poutine. Ooh.
Poutine is fire, bro. When I was there, we gotta talk about like why do so many Filipinos move to Canada? Because from what I've heard, it's like they're taking over. It's like that's their new spot.
I heard there's a big community in Toronto.
I heard that it's everywhere, to be honest.
In Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
In Canada. Typically, Filipinos are usually a little... It varies, honestly. I was thinking that they might be a little bit more liberal because I've seen a lot of liberal Filipinos.
Okay.
And typically Canada's a little bit more on the liberal side. But I've also seen like some right-wing Filipinos too.
Yeah, because that's more in like Alberta. But I think my idea why there's so many Filipinos in Canada is like if you want cheap labor and they speak English, perfect matchup is Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think that's probably what it is, where it's like, we need immigrants, we want to pay them a low wage, because like, I don't know what, like, Canadian dollar sucks, so it's like maybe 35 to 1 or something, so we'll just pull them from Philippines and they can work for us. That and so many of them want to get out.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that, man. When I was there, like, people would come up to me and like, how do I get out of the Philippines? You're American? How do I go to American? Or if you're their kid, oh, Steph Curry, is that you? I'm like, bro. I'm like, bro, we don't even look the same.
Oh, bro.
Or like, it was crazy because like when the family I was staying with, everyone had a scheme where it was like, all right, I'm gonna marry you, and then the uncle's like, I'm gonna be a firefighter in Canada. I'm like, Canada is -30. Are you sure you want to go there? You've never experienced snow.
Yeah.
Or like, everyone had an idea or like a way to get out, or like whether they had one, or their friends had one, or their families have one.
Yeah.
And I even have a Filipino friend in Portland where it's like, oh, we gotta talk about this, where it's like part of the culture is like people go abroad and they send money back.
Yeah. I think it's a big thing about family, and it's a big thing about like raising and helping the community that helped you get here, right, and helping them get over as well.
Yeah.
The biggest thing with sending the money back is because, like you said, the dollar is 50 to 1.
Yeah.
Right. Our dollar's worth a lot more than their pesos.
Yeah.
So with that, that means we can support them more than they could if they were just working a regular job there, right? Someone who's like, say, working at Jollibee.
That's a great point, yeah, because their minimum wage, I remember someone told me, is like $2 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. And they work people hard there too.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I remember seeing some of the best service that I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah.
In the Philippines.
I believe it. People are really nice.
They are.
Yeah.
Not just that, but the amount of hard work that they were doing.
Yeah.
In this
100
really degree heat.
Yeah, with no AC, yeah, for sure.
No AC.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Respect.
Exactly. But a lot of people want to move to America just, off the idea of
money.
Yeah, money, but an easier and better life.
Yeah.
Right? Not having to work for $2 a day or $2 an hour.
Yeah.
Right? And having the ability to, first off, have clean water. First off, being able to live in a nice, more comfortable way.
Yeah.
Right? Because over there, it's struggle on a regular basis.
Of course, with basically everything, yeah.
Yeah, but they're still joyous while they're doing it.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I think it is interesting because no matter what would happen, like, what's the slogan? Always more fun in the Philippines? Which I think, they would always say that over there.
I always heard mabuhay.
Oh, yeah, mabuhay, welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah, which is like long life, right? Or live long.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Buhay is like life. Mabuhay is like more life.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Doesn't like Drake say something about like more life?
Yeah.
More life.
It's one of his albums or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it is one of his albums. Yeah, you're right. But, yeah.
I don't know. I think that covers just about everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want to tell people before we go?
Honestly, it does cover everything.
I think so. I can't really think of anything
Yeah.
else.
But it's your boy Christian Lasap. We're back at it again with the podcast vibes.
That's right.
You can catch me over at Thrive College. I'm learning how to become a pastor right now. If you want to hit me up, support for any of my mission trips, slide to my page. We got links on there for any support. But yeah.
As a pastor, I think it would be cool if you close out with a prayer.
Yeah.
Give him a quick sample of how you do it.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
You know, you start off.
I've actually never seen that on a podcast before, a prayer. So that'd be really cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for having your way in our lives because your way is perfect and you allow the good things to happen, Lord. God, I pray for anyone listening to this that they grow through any message they hear within what we've spoken, anything good that they can take away from this. God, I hope that you are able to send them a message that provides positivity and goodness into their life. Lord, give the people their dreams and what they would like as long as it honors you, God, and help them with what they need. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Salamat!